चलो, yesterday you have done chapter judiciary. You have done functions of judiciary. How can you say in India judiciary is totally independent? And which is the highest court of appeal, or which court is known as apex court? You know it very well now. Supreme Court is known as the highest court of appeal, and it is an apex court. Person has to follow the decision of the Supreme Court. It's a final decision. ठीक है? So highest court of appeal is Supreme Court. Yesterday we were doing local courts. At the top there is Supreme Court, then High Courts, then there are local courts, civil courts and criminal courts. Or you can write like this also, civil cases, criminal cases. ऐसे भी होके ये चेंज हो सकता है. Civil courts जो होती है ना, civil courts handle civil cases. Civil courts, criminal courts. तो ये लोकल लेवल पे कोर्ट्स हैं, सिविल एंड क्रिमिनल. एट द टॉप देयर इज सुप्रीम कोर्ट, मिडिल लेवल पे हाई कोर्ट. Each state has its own high court. Sometimes two or more states together have a common high court. For example, Punjab and Haryana has common high court, and the high court of Punjab and Haryana is the high court of Union Territory of Chandigarh also. Now what's Union Territory? Area which are directly under the control of the central government, जिनकी अपनी गवर्नमेंट नहीं होती और जो डायरेक्टली सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के अंडर होते हैं, दे आर नोन एज, इनको क्या कहा जाता है? यूनियन टेरिटरीज. तो पंजाब, हरियाणा एंड यूनियन टेरिटरी ऑफ चंडीगढ़ तीनों की कॉमन हाई कोर्ट है. ठीक है. तो एट द लोएस्ट लेवल देयर इज, हम कहेंगे डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट्स, सिविल कोर्ट एंड क्रिमिनल कोर्ट. सिविल कोर्ट हैंडल्ड सिविल केसेस. यहाँ पे सिविल केसेस को डिसाइड किया जाता है, सॉल्व किया जाता है. इट सॉल्व्स क्रिमिनल केसेस. क्रिमिनल कोर्ट सॉल्व्स या हैंडल्स क्रिमिनल केसेस. फर्स्ट पॉइंट तो आप यही बता सकते हो. सेकंड, अब सिविल केसेस, इसमें क्या क्या आएंगे? केसेस रिगार्डिंग प्रॉपर्टी, मैरिज, डिवोर्स कम अंडर सिविल केसेस. प्रॉपर्टी से रिलेटेड अगर झगड़ा हो जाए, मैरिज एंड डिवोर्स को लेके है केसेस, तो वो कौन से केसेस होते हैं? सिविल केसेस. अब इधर आएंगे मर्डर, किडनैपिंग एंड थेफ्ट. इट इंक्लूड्स केसेस लाइक मर्डर, किडनैपिंग, थेफ्ट. इधर आप कहोगे these cases can be solved outside the court with mutual understanding. Civil जो होते हैं, cases can be solved outside the court. Sometimes these cases can be solved outside the court with mutual understanding. इधर आप कहोगे cannot be solved outside the court. क्रिमिनल जो केसेस होते हैं ना, क्रिमिनल केसेस, दे कांट बी, आप कहोगे सॉल्व्ड आउटसाइड द कोर्ट. सिविल केसेस कैन बी सॉल्व्ड आउटसाइड द कोर्ट विद म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग, whereas criminal cases can only be solved in the court. तो इसमें हम कहेंगे कि कई बार पनिशमेंट्स दी जाती है क्रिमिनल केसेस में, और सम टाइम पर्सन इज सेंट बिहाइंड बार क्रिमिनल में. इधर हम कहेंगे कि कई बार after listening both the sides, so compensation is given to the victim. ठीक है, उधर हम कहेंगे कि punishment is sometimes punishments are given or sometimes person sent behind bars. कि कई बार पर्सन को जेल भी भेजा जाता है in criminal cases. Is it clear? Next, what do you mean by rule of law? All are equal before law. There is no discrimination on the basis of rich, poor, caste, religion, gender. Rule of law means to treat all equal before law. Rule of law means all are equal before law. There is no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, language, color, etc. From आप कह सकते हो कि president to a worker of the factory both are equal before law. यहाँ पे ऐसे भी कह सकते हो कि political leaders, power holders are also given same punishments as to an ordinary person for the same crime. Power holders person है तो अगर एक ordinary person है crime is same, punishment is also same. तो इस वजह से आप बता सकते हो. But under British rules were arbitrary. British की ही फेवर में बनते थे rules. Example of arbitrary law is Sedition Act. Sedition Act was passed in 1870. In which year Sedition Act was passed? It was passed in 1870. By this act, Indians were not allowed to criticize the functioning of the government. If they criticized the British government, strict punishments were given to them. Without आप कहोगे any trial, people were sent in jail. British law were arbitrary, not equal for all. Sedition Act जो था passed in 1870. By this act, Indians were not allowed to say anything against the British government or say anything that spoiled the image of the British government. They gave strict punishments to the people who criticized the government, criticized the British government. Next is Hindu Succession Amendment Act. एक आपने क्या Sedition Act. Sedition Act was passed in 1870. Hindu Succession Amendment Act. It was passed in 2005. Hindu Succession Amendment Act. It was passed in 2005. By this act, women can get share in their parental property by law. By this, woman can get, if women want to take share in her parental property, she can take by law. अगर कोई वुमेन अपने पेरेंटल प्रॉपर्टी में से शेयर लेना चाहती है तो शी कैन टेक बाय लॉ. उसे लॉ अलाउ करता है कि शी कैन टेक प्रॉपर्टी, पेरेंटल प्रॉपर्टी, अपने फादर की प्रॉपर्टी में से अगर शेयर लेना तो शी कैन टेक बाय लॉ, बाय हिंदू सक्सेशन अमेंडमेंट एक्ट. एंड शी कैन आल्सो टेक शेयर फ्रॉम द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ हर हस्बैंड आल्सो. She can also take the property share from the property of her husband also. So this act, ये जो act है, provide security, financial security to the woman. So this act provide financial security to the women. Hindu Succession Amendment Act एक हमने किया, सेडिशन एक्ट पास इन 1870 ब्रिटिश ने किया था. Indians were not allowed to criticize the British. If they criticized without any trial, Indians were sent behind bars. उन्हें जेल में डाल दिया जाता था without any trial. And then in 2005, Hindu Succession Amendment Act was passed. This act provide financial security to the woman. Woman can get share in her parental property, and woman if she want. ये नहीं है कि हर woman parental property में से share लेती है. If she want, she can take. आप अपने मम्मा से पूछ सकते हो ये बात. If she want, she can take according to the Hindu Succession Amendment Act. And she can also take share from her husband's property. It means this act provide financial security to the woman. So these two acts, and next is Public Interest Litigation Act. PIL. Public Interest Litigation Act. 1980 में ये एक्ट पास हुआ था. पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशन. Public interest litigation was passed in which year? 1980. It was passed in 1980. Full form of PIL भी पूछी जा सकती है ऐसे. Public Interest Litigation Act. Public Interest Litigation Act. It was passed in 1980. It provide, अब हम कहेंगे justice. It helps the poor people to get justice. It helps poor people to get justice. As in our country, हम कहेंगे कि हमारी कंट्री में process of judiciary is very expensive and it's not quick. It's expensive and slow. In our country, process of judiciary is very expensive and slow. So poor people can't afford. Sometimes they hesitate to appeal in the court. So that's why government has passed Public Interest Litigation Act in 1980. This act helped the poor people to get justice by writing only a letter to the judges of the court or to file up a petition in the court. Poor people can get justice as they can't afford the expenditure of the judiciary. Poor people in our country can't afford the expenditure of the judiciary. And to help these people, government has passed Public Interest Litigation Act. Next is, does everyone have access to the court? Yes. Everyone can go to court by right to constitutional remedy. If person's rights are violated by fellow beings, by society, or by government, person has right to go to court. But I have told you just now that the process of judiciary to get justice is very expensive in India. And there is delay also. Slow functioning hai, expensive hai. So that's why sometimes poor people, they hesitate to go to court or to get justice. कई बार poor people जो हो जाते हैं वो अपना justice नहीं ले पाते क्योंकि वो इतना expenditure afford ही नहीं कर पाते. ठीक है, तो by law everyone can go to court. If injustice is done with anyone, person can go to court. But फिर हम साथ में कहेंगे कि एक्सपेंडिचर जो इसका खर्चा है ना, द प्रोसेस ऑफ टेकिंग जस्टिस is very expensive. There is delay, slow functioning. So sometimes people hesitate because they are unable to afford these expenses. So that's why they do not prefer to go to courts. तो उन्हीं लोगों की हेल्प के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने क्या बना दिया फिर, पिल, पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशन एक्ट. तो डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस ऑफ, अगर आपको पूछा जाए डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस ऑफ द लीगल सिस्टम, तो दैट इज सिविल केसेस, क्रिमिनल केसेस, सिविल केसेस एंड क्रिमिनल केसेस, सिविल एंड क्रिमिनल केसेस. स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ जुडिशरी, structure of courts in India. Do you know the structure of courts in India? At the top there is Supreme Court, and it is the highest court of appeal in India. It is known as an apex court, and it is in New Delhi. Head of Supreme Court is called Chief Justice. Chief Justice is appointed by President with the help of the previous Chief Justice of the court. And then Chief Justice help the President to appoint other judges of the court. So it's not easy to remove the person after his appointment as a judge. Person can be removed only by impeachment. The same process is to follow to remove the judge of Supreme Court that is followed during the removal of the president. Impeachment के through किसी को remove कर सकते हैं. It's not easy process to remove the person from his post after the appointment. So this is about Supreme Court, and at middle level there are high courts. Different states have their own high courts. Sometimes there are combined high courts, I've told you. And at local level there are district courts. District courts are further divided into civil courts and criminal courts. And at lowest level there is Nyay Panchayat, that is found in villages. Not given in the books, so aise hi sun lo. Nyay Panchayat is found in villages. Nyay Panchayat gives justice to the villagers. Nyay Panchayat solves only their disputes. Nyay Panchayat cannot send a person to jail. It can only impose fine till 1,000 rupees. But it can't send person to jail because its powers are limited. Nyay Panchayat functions in villages. It helps the villagers to get justice. But मैंने एक साथ में इसकी limitation बताई है. It cannot send person to jail. Jail नहीं भेज सकती न्याय पंचायत. For that it has to consult the district court. उसको फिर district court को रेफर करना होता है केस. अगर कोई केस न्याय पंचायत के पास आता है तो न्याय पंचायत रेफर that court case to district court. If person is not satisfied with the decision of the district court, then he or she can appeal in high court. If person is not satisfied with the decision of the high court, then person can appeal in, and decision of Supreme Court is final. But I have told you one thing, that sometimes rare cases can go to president. Rare मैंने बोला, each and every case नहीं. Rare cases can go to president. So next is, in our country, functioning of judiciary is independent. क्या judiciary independent way से work कर रही है? Yes. It is the main feature of democracy. Independent judiciary is the main feature of democracy. In our country, India is the largest democracy, and in our country, judiciary is totally independent. ठीक है? It is not under the control of legislature and executive. It is not under the control of ruling party, president, and prime minister. Judges can take their decisions in an independent way without any outer pressure. Functions of judges, functioning of the court is not discussed in the parliament. Their functioning is not discussed in the parliament. After the appointment as a judge, it is not easy to remove person from his post. For the removal, impeachment method is followed. After the retirement, judges of High Court can work in Supreme Court. But judges of Supreme Court cannot work after the age of retirement, क्योंकि वो हाई से लो लेवल पे आके काम नहीं करेंगे. लो लेवल वाले अप जाके काम कर सकते हैं, बट हाई वाले लो लेवल पे आके काम नहीं करेंगे. इन अवर कंट्री वी कैन से जुडिशरी इज इंडिपेंडेंट. हमारी कंट्री में जुडिशरी जो है दैट इज टोटली इंडिपेंडेंट. फंक्शंस ऑफ जुडिशरी. So what are the functions of judiciary? First is, आप कह सकते हो, अगर सिंपल वे से हम लर्न करें तो we can write like this also. It solves the disputes of the people. It gives justice to the people. ये सबसे easy वाले points हैं. It solves the disputes of the people. It gives justice to the people. It gives punishments to the law violators. If there are clashes between central and state government, then such cases directly go to Supreme Court. It solves the clashes. It solves the disputes between central and state government. It solves disputes between two or more states. अगर ऐसे disputes आते भी हैं तो ये cases किधर जाएंगे? Directly to Supreme Court. अगर two or more states में झगड़ा हो जाए तो cases directly go to Supreme Court. तो आप तो functions कर रहे हो, आपको Supreme Court की importance बताने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Functions को कैसे करोगे आप? पहले तो ये बताओगे it solves the disputes of the people. It provides justice to the people. ठीक है. फिर आप ये बताओगे कि it solves the disputes between central and state government. Next, it solves the disputes between two or more states. It is the guardian of our constitution. It is the protector of our fundamental rights. It is the legal advisor of the president. ठीक है. आप कुछ भी बता सकते हो कोर्ट्स के फंक्शंस. Listen again. Solves the disputes of the people, gives justice to the people, gives punishments to the law violators, solves disputes between central and state government, solves disputes between two or more states. फिर आप बताओगे कि solve civil and criminal cases. Next, guardian of our, it is the guardian of our constitution. Next, it is the protector of our fundamental rights. क्योंकि हम खुद ही कहते हैं if person is not if someone's rights are violated, person can go to court. तो कोर्ट आगे क्या इश्यू करती है? रेट्स. और वो रेट्स के अकॉर्डिंग पनिशमेंट किसको मिलती है? वायलेटर को. कंपनसेशन टू द विक्टिम. तुम तो खुद ही कहते हो, तो हम इसी बात को मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ. इट इज द प्रोटेक्टर ऑफ अवर फंडामेंटल राइट्स. इट इज द गार्डियन ऑफ अवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. इट इज the legal advisor of the president. So you can write functions of judiciary like this. Is it clear? Judiciary के functions आ जाएं. अब इस चैप्टर में है भी क्या? First of all, तो judiciary के functions नहीं होंगे. Then how can you say in India judiciary is independent? Then legal आपसे पूछूं मैं cases, तो वो कौन से हैं? Civil and criminal. Civil and criminal. Next आपसे पूछा हुआ है structure of judiciary, and you know it very well. Top पे कौन है? Supreme Court. Middle level high courts, and lowest level district courts. District courts are further divided into two parts, civil courts and criminal. अगर सिविल कोर्ट्स एंड क्रिमिनल कोर्ट्स को केसेस बना के पेपर में दे दें तो यू कैन राइट, है ना, लिख सकते हो ना उसी को ही. कौन से केसेस आउटसाइड द कोर्ट हैंडल हो जाते हैं? सिविल. कौन से सिर्फ कोर्ट में ही हैंडल होते हैं? क्रिमिनल केसेस. मर्डर एंड थेफ्ट कम्स अंडर विच केसेस? विच, या फिर प्रॉपर्टी रिलेटेड केसेस गो टू डैश कोर्ट? सिविल कोर्ट. तो इस वजह से ये वाले क्वेश्चंस हैं. फिर आपका है पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशन एक्ट, passed in 1980. Passed in Public Interest Litigation Act was passed in 1980. It helps the poor people to get justice. It was passed in 1980. As in our country, the process of judiciary is expensive and slow, so poor people can't afford. Government helped the poor people by passing Public Interest Litigation Act. Sedition Act was passed in 1870, and Hindu Succession Amendment Act was passed in 2005. Hindu Succession Amendment Act was passed in